but definitely not least, it is my pleasure to announce into the room. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to your feet, put your hands together, and help me welcome Mr. and Mrs. Matt Frederick!
Can't count the times I almost said what's on my mind, but I didn't. And just the other day I wrote down all the things I'd say, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. And baby, I know that you've been wondering, so here goes nothing. In case you didn't know, baby, I'm crazy about you. And I would be lying if I said that I could live this life without you. Even though I don't tell you all the time, you had my heart a long, long time ago. In case you didn't know, the way you look tonight, that second glass of wine, that did it. There was something about that kiss, girl, it did me in. Got me thinking, I'm thinking all of the things that I've been feeling. It's time you hear them. In case you didn't know, baby, I'm crazy about you. And I would be lying if I said that I could live this life without you. Even though I don't tell you all the time, you had my heart a long, long time ago. In case you didn't know, you got all of me. I belong to you. Yeah, you're my everything. In case you didn't know, I'm crazy about you. I would be lying if I said that I could live this life without you. Even though I don't tell you all the time, you had my heart a long, long time ago. Yeah, you had my heart a long, long time ago. In case you didn't know, no, no. In case you didn't know.
Sugar, oh honey, honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you, honey, oh sugar, sugar, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. I just can't believe the loveliness of loving you. I just can't believe it's true. I just can't believe the wonder of this feeling too. I just can't believe it's true. Ah, sugar.
I know we always tell you that you are the oops baby, but you're actually a blessing to our family. Even with almost 8 years between us, we still have an unbelievable bond, and I can predict what you are thinking most of the time. I know I act like your other mother, and that drives you crazy, but you'll understand someday. However, when we were growing up, I would occasionally torture you. Yes, I did make her pee on our front porch. She had to go to the bathroom so bad, and Mom couldn't open the door fast enough. So I told Ashley to think of a waterfall. Rushing down, and it made her pee. Needless to say, I had to hose the front porch down, and Mom was not happy. But at the end of the day, I will always strive to do my best to protect you and help you tackle any challenge that comes your way. Ashley, I am so honored to stand by your side today. You have become such a beautiful young woman. I am so proud of all your accomplishments, from your first steps to playing hard on the softball field, to walking across the stage to become a doctor of physical therapy. I have always been your biggest cheerleader. Matt, we are excited to officially welcome you to our loud and crazy family. But always know in a time of need, we are always there for each other. I know our kids are excited to get to call you Uncle Matt. My one piece of advice: marriage is like a roller coaster. You will have your ups and downs, your twists and turns. Just buckle up and enjoy the ride. I love you both very much. Let's raise our glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs.
Before I satisfy a passion of mine, which is telling funny yet slightly embarrassing stories about my best friend Matt, I have to start with a toast for all that have made this night possible. Especially Sharon and Richard Dunewald, parents of the bride, as they have truly put together an amazing night that we will all remember for the rest of our lives. Thanks for everything you've done to create this amazing experience. Here we go. I became friends with Matt in 5th grade. On the first day of school, I walked into Ms. McGrath's classroom to find I was only the 3rd person to arrive. Matt was on one side of the room, and Graham Bowden was on the other. Sitting by myself wasn't an option, so I had a very tough decision to make. Do I sit with Graham Bowden, who holds the record for being ding-dong ditched the most consecutive days of any Kelson Elementary alumni in history? Or do I sit with Matt, holding an equally impressive accomplishment of wearing a football jersey every day of the 4th grade? Tough decision, but I chose to sit with Matt. He immediately turned out to be a great guy, but I will admit I was pretty intimidated by the 5 o'clock shadow already starting to set in before the bell rang. I guess you could say we were good kids, maxing out our criminal activity with common pranks and typical mischief. But I do have to look back at some of the decisions we made and wonder what the hell we were thinking. Instead of telling one of my favorite long stories, I'm going to summarize many years with a few quick hitters. In 6th grade, we used to steal packaging bubbles from my mom's boxes at work. We would take them down the street, then wait for cars to run over them, and the driver would think their tire popped. Our most successful deployment of this came when Alec Weber's mom ran over the bubble, slammed on the brakes, and checked all of her tires in front of my neighbor's house. In middle school, we always had one of our parents drop us off at West County Mall to hang out. While most people go to the mall to walk around and shop, we actually just went there to get chicken teriyaki from Sarku, Japan in the food court. We would literally get dropped off, eat at the food court, then just kill enough time for a ride home without pissing our parents off. In 8th grade, Matt picked a fight with a stranger named DeFaz on AIM Instant Messenger. Looking to psych out his opponent before the brawl, he purchased Hawaiian Punch from the Remington Oaks clubhouse and poured it all over his wife beater. Luckily for all parties involved, that was the only punch thrown that night. After freshman year of college, Matt and I worked a summer job together at the City of Fenton Public Works, working for the city. Our first assignment on the job was to spray weeds. After putting the weed sprayer on the gator, I drove around the park all day as we listened to music, and Matt did his best James Bond impression, spraying every weed and dandelion and daisy he could find. A job well done, we thought, until we realized that Roundup actually kills grass too. They had to cancel soccer season on Field 4 that year, but luckily we kept our jobs. Matt and I used to cram popcorn kernels into a muzzle of a BB gun because both of our parents were smart enough to avoid buying us ammo. Typically, this was a fairly innocent thing to do, but one time, Matt shot me from 3 feet away, and it hurt quite a bit more than usual. Impressed by the damage the popcorn had done, I quickly put 2 and 2 together, realizing the gun was actually fully loaded and I had just been shot in the ass from point blank. Writing a best man speech isn't as easy as you think. So as I come to the end of my speech, I'd like to thank the 2 individuals that helped me the most through this process. Jack Daniels and Google. While combing through all of the advice offered on all the wedding forums, there was a popular suggestion to talk about the positives each time you tell a story. I thought that was a great idea, but the only 2 things I could come up with are I'm glad we're still alive, and I don't know how in the hell you pulled this one off. After getting to know Ashley, I wanted to say you had outpunted your coverage, but I figured you'd get the reference better if I told you who had overthrown your receiver. All jokes aside, I really couldn't be happier for both Matt and Ashley. Matt has been my best friend for 16 years now, and I can't explain how lucky I am to have that. Growing up, I feel like it's assumed that friends are always forever, but in honesty, most of us have probably forgotten more friends than we currently remember. With that, I'd like to make a toast. There's big ships, there's small ships, there's wood ships, hell, there's even steel ships. But most importantly of all, there's friendships.
Yeah. I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight to Matt and Ashley to celebrate their marriage. I'd like to welcome Matt, his family, and to our family. Being married 42 years, I thought I could give Matt a few words of wisdom for a long and happy marriage. So here's a few of the things. Well, I was just kidding, Matt. But there is a lot of things you're gonna have to do. Well, let us get on with the celebration. One thing in mind, drink responsibly, don't drive impaired tonight. Don't want anybody to get hurt. Thank you.
Look at the 2 of you dancing that way, lost in the moment and each other's face. So much in love, you're alone in this place, like there's nobody else in the world. I was enough for her not long ago. I was her number 1. She told me so, and she still means the world to me, just so you know. So be careful when you hold my girl. Time changes everything, life must go on. I'm not gonna stand in your way. I loved her first, I held her first, and a place in my heart will always be hers. From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a father runs deep. And I prayed that she'd find you someday.
but it's still hard to give her away. I loved her first. How could that beautiful woman with you be the same freckle-faced kid that I knew, the one that I read all those fairy tales to, and tucked into bed all those nights? And I knew the first time I saw you with her, it was only a matter of time. I loved her first, I held her first, and a place in my heart will always be hers. From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a father runs deep. And I prayed that she'd find you someday, but it's still hard to give her away. I loved her first. From the first breath she breathed, when she first smiled at me, I knew the love of a father runs deep. Someday you might know what I'm going through, when a miracle smiles up at you. I loved her first.
Take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some helping heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. It's a wheel in constant motion. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. Wants to look back on their years and wonder where those years have gone. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fight.
chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
It's a willing constellation.
I hope you
Oh, so long.
I hope you
Wants to look back on their youth and
I
wonder
hope
where those years have gone. Tell me who wants to look back on their youth and wonder where those years have gone.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ashley, go dance with the single ladies. Single ladies, go dance with Ashley. All right, Matt, on the count of 3. One,